Well, we've got another asymmetric for you. Love them. I just love them. Yep, this one is called the positive 5113 DM Wingback Custom. So we're going to take a look at this today, but look at that shape. I absolutely love these funky shapes, no question about it. But we're going to do it with our three teams of Liverpool, Aston Villa, and championship side of Ipswich Town. Unfortunately, there's no description, there's no pictures, there's nothing in this. So all we have to go on is this shape. Gonna love it. Unfortunately, Liverpool and Aston Villa won't love it all that much. Liverpool coming in third, yeah, down a little bit, usually about second or first lately. 79 points is a bit of a drop. 81 goals, it's not the tops. I mean, it looks like it's about second. Aston Villa, though, in seventh, 66 points, 67 goals. We've definitely seen better. Well, unfortunately, from the best of cups, Liverpool not doing all that well. Carabao Cup third round against Ipswich Town, interestingly enough, and then against Fulham in the FA Cup fifth round, 1-2. However, they do kick some serious butt in the Europa League, getting to the final, beating Copenhagen 3-1. You got a trophy at least. So overall, not a season to forget really, but a season you'd hope you'd have done a little bit better. Out in the domestic cups pretty quickly. You do win the Europa League, which is fantastic. You do get third place though in the Premier League. You hopefully would want to raise that a little bit. Squad wise, I mean, yeah, definitely not the sea of green that we usually get, but still, plenty of green. 26 goals for Salah and McAllister with 13. Nunez all the way down with only 12 starts with 10 goals. Assists 13 for Trent, 11 for Mohamed Salah, the only ones in double digits. And then Salah with a 7.34. Well, Aston Villa, on the other hand, getting to the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup, but losing out to Manchester City in penalties. Unfortunately, though, out in the FA Cup immediately against Cardiff. And no trophies this season for Aston Villa as they lose out in the Europa Conference League round of 16 against AEK. So overall, this definitely is a season to forget for Aston Villa. You really were knocked out pretty quickly in most everything. The quarterfinals, not bad. You get to penalties, but still, you're out there in seventh place. We've definitely seen them higher. Squad wise, yeah, they're definitely not showing the green there. Goals 21 for Ollie Watkins is not too bad. 16 for Diaby, Ramsey with 15, so not awful. But assists 11 for McGinn and Moreno with 10, and the only ones in double digits there. But Buendia with 1+2 appearances gets tops, but Lucas Digne with the most appearances there gets 7.21. So this data hub, yeah, I'm not expecting much from either team. I mean, you got the shots, you just don't have the goals. Non-penalty expected is a little down. So overall, 2.13 goals per game. You do get a conceded of 0.84 and an XG against of 1.04. And Aston Villa really showing some seriously down numbers. I mean, we have seen worse, don't get me wrong, but we have seen them through the roof attacking, and it's just not in here. 1.76 goals per game, conceded 1.08, and XG against 1.09. Premier League stats, Liverpool with 2.08 points per game, Aston Villa with a 1.74. But most goals, Liverpool, it does come in second, 81 goals, Aston Villa in sixth with 67. But still, we've seen a lot more goal tallies in other tactics. Fewer shots against in fourth for Liverpool, 294. Aston Villa in seventh with 346. Most possession, 55% for Liverpool. Most dribbles made, Aston Villa only making the list in sixth with 629. Most tackles won, Aston Villa do make the list with 873. Best pass completion, Liverpool in fifth with 80, actually both have 89%. And then most shots for Liverpool in second with 580, very down from where they usually are. Aston Villa in fifth with 486. Well, funny enough, usually when Liverpool and Aston Villa don't do well, Ipswich doesn't either. This time, not so much. They still come in first, 102 points, 3 points off of Leicester, and 88 goals. That is the problem, though. 103 goals for second place Leicester, only 88 for Ipswich. So they put it in the back of the net when it counted, but unfortunately, it's not the attacking tactic that we've known and loved. After beating Liverpool in the Carabao Cup third round, they do get to the quarterfinals and lose out against Newcastle 1-2. They get to the fifth round of the FA Cup against Arsenal and just lose out 1-3. They do beat Brighton, which is pretty nice. So all in all, not too bad. I mean, Ipswich in first place. We've seen it time and time again the past couple of weeks. There's only a smattering of times where they've been below first or second. So championship is fantastic. FA Cup, Carabao Cup is not bad. But still down with the green. Goals only 10 for Connor Chaplin, and that is it. Hurst with only 5, 4 starts. Wow. Assists 16 for Leif Davis, 10 for Connor Chaplin. Honestly, how did they do so well and they get these stats? I mean, their defense must have been insane. Average rating, Leif Davis with a 7.41. Championship stats, most points per game, Ipswich in first with 2.22. Most goals, though, all the way down in fifth with 88. That is definitely on the low spot for them. Fewest shots against in fourth with 360. Most dribbles made in seventh with 748. Best pass completion in eighth with 89%, and most shots for in third with 608. So the tactic itself, let's take a deeper dive. Sweeper keeper in support is where we start out. You do have a wingback up here in support. You have a libero in support, a central defender in defend, another libero in support, and a fullback in attack on the right. A DM in defend, a box-to-box in support, an attacking midfielder in attack, an inside forward in support on the right, and a deep lying forward in attack up front. Positive mentality, in possession attacking width is fairly narrow, play out of defense, passing directness is shorter, tempo is slightly higher, low crosses and run at defense. In transition, counter press, counter, distribute to the back line and take short kicks. And then out of possession, a high press line of engagement, a standard defensive line, trigger press much more often, and prevent your goalkeeper distribution. So how did it do for our three teams? I mean, Ipswich Town doing really well. The defensive side really kicked in on this. The attacking side, not so much. They got first place with, what is that? They got fifth in goals. That's pretty crazy. So their defense really kicked it up a notch and really saved their butts this time around. Aston Villa and Liverpool, on the other hand, not so much. Liverpool coming in third. Yeah, third's respectable. I can't fault them for coming in third, but 79 points is definitely lower than average. Even 82 for Tottenham is lower than Liverpool's average of what we've been seeing, about 85. Aston Villa, though, with 66, is definitely lower than what they usually get. They get about 75 or thereabouts. So overall, Premier League, a bit of a downturn. Championship side, not too bad. So take it for what it's worth. But again, all these tactics, you could do this save 10 different times, get 10 different results. It's really the stats that count. But, I'm holidaying for the entire season. If you took control of this, you could do a much better job and get a bit higher up in the table. You just have to work these tactics and the squads themselves and kind of merge them nicely and gotta figure out how to do that. But that is it for me, FM24, for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.